I just lost one of my teeth. Like, here. See? Let's make a game out of it, shall we? Quack! Welcome to another Anyone Can Code video where I'll teach you more about coding. As you already know, I'm Numa and I am 9 years old. I've published several apps on the App Store and today I'll show you how to make this tooth knocking with rock game. So this is the tooth knocking app, also known as Toothy Knock. What you basically do is you can just drag this little rock around and just click on it to drop it and it'll just knock out teeth. And yeah, you can knock out all 5 of these, or you can choose how many you want. Yeah. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are. Create a new XCode project. You might be thinking we're gonna do single view application again, but this is a game, and I mean you can use single view application, but it'll be a lot harder to make it. So we're gonna use game here, and so iOS application game, and we'll call this Toothy Knock. Toothy Knock. I'm gonna call mine Toothy Knock 2 because, as usual, we are gonna start off with the layout. But first, there's a template, and I just wanna show you what it looks like. Okay, so here we are. It says hello world here. It's just a label. And we have a node counter and a frame thingy, frame, I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. Yeah, so this is just for debugging. This is what the template looks like. So yeah, so when you click the hello world animate, and we have this blue if it's moving, and we have the green if it's touched, and red if it's ended. Yeah, but that's pretty much what it looks like. And also, just not to be confused, we're not gonna use the main.storyboard or this view controller, because the game view controller and this other stuff here is mostly for setting up like the game and stuff. This is where all the stuff is, and like where all the code is, and you can see here there's a little spaceship default imagery. You can get rid of that, and yeah, so let's get rid of this boilerplate code, or default code. Just how I say stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's get rid of all this stuff. So you can get rid of all that touchdown stuff. But don't delete the did move or the update thing, because you're gonna need them. So yeah, I'm just gonna get rid of this default code, leave a bit of space for the things. They're called sprites, and sprites are just objects which are called, so they're like basically objects in games. So, and you can animate them, but we're not gonna animate them. We're not gonna go into too much detail. So first, I'm just gonna set it to its default color, and it's so bright now. And I am just gonna quickly go to the assets and bring up my images, and they will be provided in my GitHub account down in the description. And so we need the mouth, and we need a rock. So the mouth is the background, rocks is the thing that drops and hits the teeth, and the tooth is the teeth. Simple. I know, it's just really okay. So what we're gonna do first is see this color sprite here. You can go to the search filter, search up color sprite, or you could just see it up here, and you can just drag it in. So yeah, everything's basically the same. There are a few differences though, like there's no constraints, and stuff are a little different, but we can deal with that. Yeah. So what I did here is, see this texture here is basically the image, and then you can go down to this drop down, click on mouth, and you can also name these just like in normal apps. So let's just, or in the when we were making, the single view application apps. But yes, but it's easier since you can go here and set the name. But anyway, let's not worry about that, and let's move on to the next object. Let's start with the rock, and you might be thinking here, whoa, what is all this nonsense? You forgot to add the constraints. Well, there's a thing about SpriteKit. It's that you don't need the constraints. Well, I know it's kind of crazy, but it's crazy true. Anyway, let's name this the rock. Just cause, why not? Let's just name it the rock. And I'm gonna resize this, make this a little bigger. Oop, I kind of stretched it. Yeah, so what I'm doing to resize it without stretching it is, you do shift and you can drag up and down, and it won't squash it. So yeah, and then you have to lift up your trackpad before lifting up shift, because or else it'll kind of it won't. Maybe something might happen something bad, like that squashing thing. Anyway, so what we want to do first is we want to make it physical and drop to a bomb here, and just drop, and then reset. But yeah, so what we're gonna do is see this. So you just go down to physics definition, and you can set its body type to alpha mask. And so body type is what the bounding box is, because you're gonna add some collisions and listen to those collisions. So what I did is alpha mask, because this is an irregular shape. You should have known that. So if you do rectangle, it'll do a rectangle. Circle, it'll do a circle. But we want it to be, but because it's an irregular shape, we want it to be like that. Just a alpha mask, and we'll do the teeth later. I know, I keep saying that you need to do the all the layout first, but I kind of want to do it step by step. I mean, there are lots of different ways of making an app. So yeah. So this is, I think this is all we need right now. Yeah, let's just see where if this works, and remember, it needs to be dynamic, it needs to allow rotation, and it needs to be affected by gravity. Oh, it dropped already, and when it drops, it won't drop. See, it won't like hit the ground, which will do. Yes, which will do. But yeah, so we're gonna go do the code now. Let me just do split screen or whatever it's called, and we'll go. And I'm gonna go to game scene. So oh right, no, you don't need to link it. It's crazy but true, and it's okay. So we're gonna do var rock. Ooh, okay. Var rock equals to sk. So we're creating the rock. You realize that there's no IP outlet at the start here, and so you can. Oh right, we're not gonna do this. We're gonna make it with its type. So sk sprite node. So you do what's it? Colon sk sprite node, and it's a sprite. So it's an sk sprite node. And and this prefix here, if you're wondering, it's actually SK means SpriteKit, UI is user interface. It's not okay. So let's do what we're meant to do. So first we wanna tell the rock that it's a rock. So like that it's actually a sprite out in the canvas thing. So we're gonna set the rock to child node with name. So child node with name gets the sprite with this name, and what I did conveniently is I named it rock. So let's name this rock, and we will be on our way. Oh right, because it's not sure if it will be a rocks, and it'll be an optional. So we need to we can do iflet, but we know it's there, so we can just do an exclamation mark, which forces it to unwrap. And let's see this. Oh right, we need to convert this child node because this is only an SK node, but it needs to be a sprite node. So what we can do is downcast it, or we can cast it, like convert it. It's like a different way, and we can convert it while unwrapping it. So we do just as an exclamation mark, and SK sprite node. So here we go. Yep, that's good. And so we've done what we need to do right now. So you know how to do touches began, touches moved. So we're gonna move the rock by its x. So let's do that quickly. So let's do touches began. Touches began. Here we go. And so we need to. So it's when the touches began. So we're gonna do if the touches touch equals touches dot first. Here we go, and we're gonna find the location of the touch, which we will do. So we're gonna make a constant called touch location equals touch dot location in SKnode. So it needs to be location in UI view. No, it needs to be location in SKnode, not UI view, because because the scene is a SKnode. So yes, okay. What was I talking about? So touch dot location in self, because we want to find the location in itself here. So here we go. And what we need to do is rock dot position. So it used to be frame dot origin, but I mean you can do that, but you can't change it. But you can't change the origin because it's a constant. It's a constant in SpriteKit, but yeah, but not in the normal single view. Okay, let's do what we're meant to do. We need to do position.x. Here we go. So rock.position.x equals to touch location.x. So here we go. Yep, no problems. Here we go. Let's run this once more to check if it works. And we will see. Oh, it disappeared. Okay, probably because it dropped. Anyway, okay, if it's okay, so first we kind of need to fix a problem here because it keeps dropping through. So I know we still need to do something else here, but we need to set the physics so the bounds, so there are bounds, you know, here around in the edges. Okay, so we need to set the physics body to so we need to set the physics body. Now it's basically the physics of the scene. So we need it to have a what's it called, a bounding box. So we need to set the physics body to SK physics body and we need to do edge loop from. So it creates a rectangle, a rectangle physics body, and so what it needs to be is, so it's basically, and the frame is the CGX is basically a frame. Now let's see it in action now. Oh, there we go. It drops. Oh, it just drops down here. Oh, that's alright. I mean, you can drop down here. It's if you can just drop down there. I mean, it's fine by me. So we've done the physics, so it drops down at the bottom. Now we need to, because we need it to, so we need the rock to be still, at first. So, one way you can change it so it's not affected by gravity, but that won't work because for some reason, when later, like when we're gonna do it later, but I mean it works for now, but it won't work later. So let's set the physics world gravity. So physics world dot gravity, and it's a vector. So a vector is basically like the direction of basically the direction. So it needs a CG vector. So CG vector and so it needs direction X and direction Y. So direction X is like where it moves, direction Y. So direction X is where it moves like from the by text, direction Y is like the direction it goes on its Y axis. So we wanted to set to 0, 0, so that way it doesn't move unless we change that. So let's look at we're running this a lot, but you just want to check it every time, see if you're going the correct way. So here we go. Now it doesn't work if we drag, so that's what we're gonna do. Touches. Ooh. So we're gonna set. So we need to get where the touch was, like so when like the moving touch ended. You know about this. So if it touch equals touches dot first, and then we just get the touch location from the scene. So touch location. Oh wait, no. Touch dot location in XCode, and you need to put in self. There we go. And what we're gonna do here again is just there we go. You just need to put there. It's basically the same. And we also need it to drop when you click on it. So need to set let where touch. I'm just creating names. So okay, so you need to do nodes at CG point. So it checks the nodes at what point, so like what nodes are there. So we need to put in touch location. There we go. So then you need to check if it actually touched, if it's actually touching something or not. If it's not touching anything, then well, if it's not touching anything, then and you just access it, then it'll crash. So first you need to check if where where touch is not empty, so we need to invert it by doing the not symbol by putting the exclamation before here, and then and if it's not empty, then you need to check. So then we need to check if, because you can only touch one thing, because nothing's gonna really overlap. So if where touched is if where touched is if where touched 0 is as a SK_Sprite node. Right, so we need to unwrap it because it'll put it as a node. So we need to convert it as a SK_Sprite node. So if where touched as SK_Sprite node is equal to the rock. There we go. Oh, what? You don't? No, we don't. We need the variable rock. No? Come on. You must be joking. Well, okay, I'll just do that. I'll just type it manually. So if it touched if where touched is rock. So if you touched on the rock, then you need to let it drop. So we need to set the physics world's gravity to CG vector of maybe 0 and 5. I think that's a reasonable number. Let's check it. Okay, you can move it if you click on it. Because direction. So 5 makes it go. So if it's a positive number, it makes it go up. If it's a negative number, it goes down. So we need to do -5. But that was crazy. It's like Newton's laws are like the laws of physics were wrong, or I could say there's an anti-potion. I don't know. Ooh, disappeared. Okay. I'm guessing that sometimes it disappears. Oh, it disappeared again. Well, that is really, really, really crazy. Wait, let me just. Okay, so let me just print out what happened here. Yeah. This is a good chance to tell me to tell you what happens when you get something wrong. So yes, you can't get everything right first time. So that's why you need to debug it or check what's happening. So here we go. So what I'm doing first is checking the rock's position of where it is. Oh, that is crazy. I just did that. Let me try again. Probably because maybe it's because of a bug in XCode. No. Oh, here, okay. Okay, so here it is. There we go. Oh, we wanted to not be affected. I don't want it to be I don't want it to move when it's jumping. So what the easiest way to do that is have a variable called is jumping. So it will be false because it's not dropping, and when it's touched this, then it will be dropping. So is dropping equals to true. So is dropping will be true if you click on the rock. So then what we want true, and we don't want to run this. We don't want to. So if it's not dropping, then you can run all this. So what we're gonna do is if exclamation mark is dropping. Sounds like eavesdropping, not if is dropping. I don't know. Maybe you hear it like is dropping, but I hear it as eavesdropping. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Ah. Anyway, so let's do the same for here. So it is dropping, and then you can. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut and paste just because, and we want to reset everything when it hits the ground. But first we want to check if this works. Oh, it's the thing again, and somehow if you can see down here, it's the frames per second is so low. Oh, I don't know why. Okay, so here we go. Nope, you can't. Okay, so we wanted to reset because that was our only chance. So first, I know what you think. I know. So first, I just need to debug it again. So rock dot position. So I'm just printing it. Oh, did I not tell you what print does? Oh yeah, because okay, so print basically prints to the console, which displays. You can display text onto the console here. So it's used for debugging, like checking if something's nil or not, if it's empty or not. And here we. Oh, what? Yeah, I don't know. It's just some kind of weird thing. How it just disappears. Anyway, so I just need to click on it, and once it's finished, we can see it's 640.9. Yeah, 640.9. I don't want to be too precise, but actually, I guess I should be precise. I don't know. You can be precise if you want to be or not to be. So I'll just be very precise. So if the rock dot position dot x dot y is equal to, or I should say this and or equal to, I don't know, it won't go lower than this because of the bounding, because of the bounds, but I mean, maybe it will. And yeah, so yes, I've gone really crazy, 640.9, and then what we want to do is reset everything. So we need to reset the rock's position, we need to reset the rock, you know. So first I'm going to check what this Rux Y is. Okay, I want to just do -16. Oh wait, no, this needs to be 0 because I want to be in the very center. So 0 is here for x and 0 y is like this. I don't know why, but it's just how it works. So 0 578. Okay. So we need 578. So 578, 578, 578. So rock dot position dot y equals to 578. Now we need to, because it was falling, and if it doesn't have its time to stop, then it'll reset and it'll just be doing this. So we need to set the velocity. So that thing again. So rock dot velocity. No, it's meant to be in its physics body. Dot velocity equals to 0. No, 0. Oh no, it's a vector. So we want it to move 0 to be in its x, 0 in its y. So then we do rock dot physics body dot angular velocity. So it's the velocity of its angle. So yeah, it's a number, not a vector, because how can you move directional by turning? You can only turn at a number, not a vector. So what am I doing? I'm muting myself. I'm just like muting the thing. Unmuting. It's just crazy. So we want to do rock. Oh, right. Yeah, we need to set the rocks. We need to set the rocks. What's it called? Rocks angle. Rocks. Oh, it's called Z rotation equals 0. I don't know why it's called Z rotation, but let's see if this works now. And I want to get rid of this because I don't want to clog up my battery. Well, I mean, clog up my memory. Okay, so here we are. Drop it. Yay! Oh, we want it to be not. So we want it to be not. So we want to reset the gravity. So first we want to set is dropping to false, because then you can't move anymore. And we also want to set we need to set the physics world dot gravity to be 0 again. So CG vector, and we'll do 0 and 0. There you go. Easy. Easy, easy, easy. And it's just oh yeah, today is Friday, so it's a weekend. And on Monday and Tuesday, and for you adults, you are very lucky. I mean, yeah. Well, I am lucky too because we have our days off. Yay! Yeah. Oh, it's depending on where you live. So, and I'm not telling you where I live, and it's not working. Why isn't it resetting? Oh yeah, maybe probably okay, let me put this in the start and see how this goes. There we go, so we can drag this around. Okay. Okay. So let's just when to put is dropping equals false here. And I'm just gonna get true. Okay, it's disappeared again. No. That is strange. Oh, okay. Let's not be so precise and just set it to -640. I mean, yeah, why not? Yay, we did it. Oh, it's because I uncommented it after it was running. So yeah. So this is basically the rock. So you've done the rock part. Let's add the heat. Okay, so let's go back. Set this alpha mask 112, and we're going to set the size to 112, 1, 3, and 5. Here we go. And we're gonna create another one. Oh no, this is so tiring. 112. Oh no, we need to set the alpha mask first. Okay, 112. And then 135. There we go. We've finally done it. Yes. It feels so accomplished. Yay. Woohoo. Yay. Okay, and if there's no, I mean, there will be collision, but I mean, we need, and okay, so there will be collision, but I mean, if you say it's physics body, then it'll have a bounding box, just like what you saw in its in the scene, cause it hit here and then stopped. Yeah, so this basically we're almost there, guys. This is just so. I know this is like a lot of code, but we can get there. We can get there. We can get there. Oh right, I meant to name these tooth 1 and then tooth 2. Okay. Okay. Now I'm gonna create 2 more tooth 1, which is in this case sprite node. Tooth 2, which is an SK sprite node, and I'm gonna set them tooth 1 equals to child node with name tooth 1 as an SK sprite node. I don't know why, but I just feel so puffed. It's as if I am as fat as a pancake. Yeah. Yeah. Spread myself as a pancake. I'm as fat as a pancake. No. Okay. Why am I talking about similes? Okay, let's not talk about similes, let's talk about programming and let's just be again. So we have this tooth 1 and tooth 2, and what we want to do with the teeth is when we hit them, they just go away. So that'll be easy. Now first we need to make up, like tags, but for kind of in a hex, in a hex, and hex is basically like which is basically a pattern used for programming. We can create a class. No, but let's create a it's called a struct. Somehow I keep thinking that you don't know these, but maybe you might know these. So a struct is a structure, and it's basically the same as a class. But I mean there are a few different for a few different stuff. No, it's not much of a different thing, but yeah, I just wanna introduce you to as many things. Like we're gonna name this contact. No wait, physics contacts. I don't know. I'm just being crazy. But so rock dot. I'm just getting ready to type to put it in. So rock dot physics buddy dot dot collision category BitMasks. There we go. And yeah, so it category masks. That's what I'm gonna name it there. So let's create. So so you can create. This works for classes and structures, but we can do static variables. Now static is easy. Because what is easier is a simpler way to use things, because you need to, if you have a class, you need to instantiate it to have to be able to access this struct thing. You need to create a variable with a game scene. But if you do static, you don't need to. You can just access it like a piece of cake. Oh, why am I doing another simile? I don't know. I just like to use similes, I guess. Nah. I mean, I use similes. Why am I talking about similes anyway? Let's get on with this. Rock. So rock mask equals to so we're gonna make the rock mask be 0x1. So 0x1 is basically hexadecimal code, which is a bunch of zeros and then a 1. And it's 32 bits, so no, since there's no hexadecimal, in Swift it's basically converted to a UI int for a 2, or you could call it it's a uint for a 2, which is an unsigned integer. And I told you that again, didn't I? I told you that before, right? And then you can indent the 1 once, so it's 0, bunch of zeros, 1, and then a 0. But it's this one, so rock mass is going to be a bunch of zeros and a 1. And we're going to make another one for tooth 1. Tooth 1 equal to 0x1, so it's indent the 1 by 1, so it's a bunch of zeros, 1 and then a 0. And tooth 2 equals to 0x1. I indent it by 2, so it's a bunch of zeros, 1, and then a double 2. So I haven't told you fully about what category masks are. So they're basically a hex, and it's used for collisions, to identify which tooth is which. Now, so the Rock's BitMask is going to be category masks dot rock mask. Yeah. And then you can do the same for the next ones. I'm just gonna copy and paste. You can just type it up, it's good practice to type it up again and again. So let's do tooth1.physicsBody category BitMask equals to category masks dot tooth1. Actually, I'm gonna copy all of this, but don't do that. Don't do what I'm doing. Okay, I'm just being lazy, and you have to work hard. So yeah, and you have to work hard. Oh yeah, you also need to tell it that it you need to tell this is a uint, because this is actually hexadecimal code, and actually no, I'm pretty sure Swift actually does Swift actually does use hexadecimal code, but this needs a uint. Unless I can get rid of this, can I? No. What is wrong with you? Anyway, let's put an uint. I guess it needs uint. Okay. What? Now what is happening? Oh, okay. Maybe it's just a crash. Let me check. It's just a bug. I'm on low battery. I hope we can finish this up before my battery runs out. Oh, okay. No, so it works. So there you go. So yeah, it works. It's just a bug. If that happened to you, then just ignore it. You can run it, or you can just ignore it. So first, then we need to, and last time we were talking about delegates. So we are gonna do collision. No, delegate. Okay. It's physics world dot collision delegate. So physics world dot delegate, a contact delegate equals self, and we also need to sell it. We also need it to inherit. So we need to do sk contact sk physics contact delegate. So it needs to, so there's no requirements, but we are gonna use a function from it. There we go. So yeah, there are no requirements. Oh yeah, first we also need to tell the computer like what collision test, like what collisions do we want to look at. So so rock dot physics body dot test dot contact test bit mask. So we want it to be tooth 1 and tooth 2. We want these to disappear when I hit them, when they each collide. So what we do is tooth 1 dot let's just do the category masks, and I'm just gonna do this because yeah, but don't do that, like I said. Now we're doing an or. We are doing this sign here. It's an or, so it'll check if this and this, like if one of these are hit, and then it'll. But I mean, if you wanna like compare something, like you can do this. So then, because this is hex, you can do magical stuff. So it will do like an or statement, so or 0, 0, 0. But let's just not talk about it. Why am I talking about this? All this other stuff. Okay, so what we need to do is did begin contact, and yeah, so what we need to do is check the body. So var body 1. So you can check them by its bodies, like no, it's like the physics body, and then you can check, and then you can compare the contact BitMasks, like the contact ID thing, the category masks, but I'm just gonna do. I mean, yeah, we can do that, but I'm gonna do it straightforward. So I'm just gonna have it get the category mask instantly. So buddy 2 ID is you int ray 2. Now first we need to check which one's which, because I mean this can be that and that can be this. I mean, because like this could, like the second body. Okay, so there's like contact dot body what, body A and body B. Body A can be the rock, and body A can be the tooth. But then maybe body A may be the tooth, and body B may be the rock. Yeah. So we need to. Okay. So what we need to do is check which one is which, and you see here. This is a bunch of zeros and then a 1, and that's 1. And then if you indent 1 by 1, and then it will be 10, and this will be 100. So you need to you can just check if contact dot body A is less dot category BitMask is less than contact dot body B dot category BitMask. So if this is a tooth and this is if this is a rock, because this is less than the body B, because then that means that we know that this will be the rock and this will be the tooth. So it's kind of a bit of logic here, just logic. Okay, so then that means that body 1 will be this category BitMask. So body 1 ID equals contact dot body A dot category category BitMask, and then body to ID. So the second body's category mask ID is the same thing but with body B. So body B dot category BitMask, and then if this is the other way around, then we'll do the same thing except with a switcheroo. So you can just do else here. So body 1 ID will be contact.buddy B. So contact.buddy B dot category BitMask, and then buddy 2's ID will be same but with buddy A. So here we go, and then we'll need to check which category. We need to check if body 1 is the rock mask, which I'm sure it will, and buddy B will be one of those teeth. So what you want to do is you can do if this blah 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 and blah blah blah, and then you could do else if. But I mean it'll be kind of messy if you have a hunk of code, and for the first one, like checking if this is rock, you're gonna put it in both of those. So that'll be just kind of confusing. So if you're gonna like check on multiple stuff, like if object A is gonna touch but object B, or object C is gonna touch object D, then you would do such a thing. But you can do whatever you want. I'm just thinking, buddy. You don't have to follow me. You can do whatever if statement. But I'd suggest if you don't know what to do, then I guess you would need to. I guess you could just follow me. So because we're just checking if body 1's ID is the rock, and yeah, and if you do this. If you do the and thing, you need to check if body 1 ID is rock, else if body 1 ID is rock. But like I said, you can do whatever you want. You can just go. You can just go do whatever you want. You don't need to follow me, but if you don't know what to do, you can follow me. So let's continue doing this. So if body 1B ID is equal to the rock mask, so category masks dot rock mask, which I'm sure it will definitely be, because it can only run if the rock touches one of the teeth. So that'll of course be true, but it's just for the sake of that multiple stuff can touch multiple stuff, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's like it's not. We're not. If you do such a thing, it won't be like a rock touching two things. It could be this touching that, and then touch that. Okay. Let's just continue. So I've done if body 1's ID is category masks dot rock mask, and then if that's true, then you can check if body 2 ID is the tooth 1, so is equal to the tooth 1's category mask. So category mask dot tooth 1, and then So then, then we can run some code there. And then else if the body to ID equals category masks dot truth 2. Now, if you're choosing like more than two, then you have to do like you need to do the category. You need to do an OR for this, and then the other category masks. You want to it's gonna touch and like call this the begin, and you have to do more if statements like else if body to ID equals category masks dot to 3 and then to 4 and to 5 so on so what I want to do when it touches that 2, I want it to get removed. So tooth 1 dot remove from parent, and I haven't really told you this, but it's this SpriteKit thing works with like parent and child. So this is like the super parent. So like the scene is like the thing that holds all the stuff. So this is a parent, and the rock and tooth 1 and tooth 2 are its children. And then see child. So this game scene's child of rock, and then tooth 1 and tooth 2. So and tooth 1, and if you want to remove from parents, it's basically removing it from this game scene. And then we want to do the same thing with tooth 2. So tooth 2 dot remove from parents. Okay, it's failed. Yeah, I sometimes keep forgetting to do the double equals. I mean, it's kind of because, we have to do this, and then we do this. I mean, but at the end, I definitely know what's going on. So, anyway, let's wait to run. Wait for it to run, and like I said before in the other videos, if this works, then we can end here. If this doesn't work, then we have to continue going. So, we're done. I mean, I'm sure it's already been more than an hour. Oh, so it works, okay? And if you, yay, there's rotation. Okay. And let's try this. Ooh, yay! And then you can. Yeah, it's pretty slow because my computer. I mean, it is a MacBook Air, but MacBook Pros are better because they have more memory thingy. So if your frame rate is 30 frames per second, then that's the best it can go. So no, we finished it, and yeah, no, it's just so exciting. We finished it. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing else to do. So I mean, let's end it here, right? So yeah, thanks for. I mean, this is not like the very end, but like, yeah, you did a great job because like, look at how much we've done. It's very confusing, but hey, we all got it in the end. So let's just end it here. That's it. For more, visit my website www.madebyuma.com, and also I have uploaded the finished files to my GitHub account, and the link is in the description. Anyways, please hit the subscribe and like button, and goodbye. This is the 4th time. I think this is the 4th time. Yeah. So I'll get going. You can stay here. So yeah, I'm just gonna go. Okay, I'm just gonna go. So yeah, see ya. Bye bye.